Hi everyone, welcome. In our last few lessons we've been looking at question words or interrogatives. In this lesson we are going to continue with another question word, another interrogative. And that question word is what, which in French is que. Notice that sometimes it's shortened to QU with the apostrophe if a vowel follows in the next word. So what? Que. So there's not really much to say about this other than the fact that it is a question word. The best thing to do is just look at many examples. So that's what we're going to do in this video. And we'll do a little exercise as we go through the examples to get you thinking. So I'll walk you through it. So let's go ahead and start with our first example. So we know that what is que. If I wanted to ask the question, what do you have? What do you have? So remember, one of our first verbs was the verb avoir, to have. And we're using the formal you. So we start with our question word, que. And to ask the question, what do you have? We are using the verb avoir. So you have is vous avez. To ask the question, remember all you have to do is reverse the word order. So what would the question be? Vous avez, reversed, avez-vous, put it together with the que, and we have qu'avez-vous. Notice that because the verb begins with a vowel, we drop the E and we replace it with an apostrophe, so we have qu'avez. Notice that the two words run together also. Qu'avez. Qu'avez-vous? Qu'avez-vous? What do you have? Qu'avez-vous? The next question, what do you recommend? So we start with our que. And the verb to recommend is recommander. Surprise, surprise. Recommander. So vous recommandez. You recommend. All you have to do is reverse that. So recommandez-vous? Que recommandez-vous? What do you recommend? Que recommandez-vous? What do you recommend? Let's try some more examples. What do you do? What do you do? This is the verb faire. So we start with our que. And you do is vous faites. And you just reverse it. So we have que faites-vous? Que faites-vous? What do you do? This can also mean, what are you doing? Que faites-vous? Que faites-vous? Using the informal you, same question. We start with our que. And tu fais is you do, so reverse that. Que fais-tu? Que fais-tu? Que fais-tu? What do you do? Note that this can also mean, what are you doing? Que fais-tu? If you wanted to ask the question, what are you doing today? With the formal vous, start with our what, que, and vous faites, reverse the word order, que faites-vous, and we're just missing one word, which is today, and that is aujourd'hui. So add it in, and we have the question, que faites-vous aujourd'hui? Que faites-vous aujourd'hui? Que faites-vous aujourd'hui? What are you doing today? So let's finish it off with three more examples. What are you having? Remember we learned the verb prendre not too long ago, and prendre means to take, but prendre also means to have in the sense of having something at a restaurant. So this is the verb that we're looking for, the verb prendre. So what are you having? What do you have? We're going to use the formal vous. So we start with the que. And remember, you have is literally you take from the verb prendre. Vous prenez. And we need to reverse that word order to ask the question. So we have que prenez-vous? Literally, what take you? But remember, prendre means to have in the sense of having a drink or something to eat at a restaurant. So I might, if we're sitting at the restaurant and you're looking at the menu, I might ask you, oh, what are you having? Que prenez-vous? Que prenez-vous? If I want to ask the same question but with the informal you, the tu, we of course start with que. And you take is tu prends. It also means you have. So tu prends, reverse the word order. Que prends-tu? Que prends-tu? What are you having? And then finally, one last example. We haven't had the verb to say. And we'll start with que. And you say is vous dites. Vous dites. And all you have to do is reverse the word order. And so we have the question, que dites-vous? Que dites-vous? So what are you saying? Que dites-vous? Again, remember that this can also mean what do you say? It just depends. What are you saying? What do you say? It just depends on the context of the situation. Okay, well that's it for this lesson on the interrogative que. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, I would appreciate it very much if you'd give it a like. To continue learning and go on to the next lesson, click on the video that appears here on your screen. See you soon. À bientôt.